What is going on, YouTube? AJ here, doing a Let's Play Final Fantasy XI Online Retail Bahamut server. And we were working a little bit on our Red Mage last night. Spent some time with the girlfriend, didn't have time to make another video. And leveling on the Red Mage is I don't think it's great content. Not that any of my content is is all that great, but yeah, just spamming low-level spells on mobs to try to skill up. Kind of boring, I think. But this is another lunch break episode. I am a little bit busy at work, so I might have to cut it short. But we are going to do something that might be fun. Might be fun. So we bought Slow 2, Dia 3, Paralyzed 2, and we bought Phalanx? Oh yeah, Phalanx 2 too. Phalanx 2. And I was looking and I'm like, oh, there's a bunch of other spells as well that we need. But let's go ahead and try to farm them. Get some beef action going here. So yeah, we're gonna go and try to pick up some elemental 3 and 4s. So stone 3, stone 4, water 3, water 4. I think the only 3 that we have is thunder. Let's double check. Thunder 3. Don't have thunder 2. Yeah, so we don't have any of the 3s and none of the 4s. Okay, so I took a look and I have a rough idea of where stuff is. Some of them are NM, so they might not be up. We might not get them. But we'll try. Good times. Okay, so cast a signet. Macros. It's a lunch break episode, I just ate my leftover tacos from last night. Koshosho. No. Yes. And I am a big fan of soft shell tacos. Never had them growing up. We were a strictly hard shell family. I think should need a Shantoto. Is anybody in here? Probably. No. Okay, let's see if Mystic Maker is in here. I think Mystic Maker does Thunder 4. If not, we're going to go to Sky. Yeah, growing up, we were only hard shell tacos. And once I moved out of the house, I was actually, I won't say I was kicked out of my house at 18. It was kind of like, hey, good luck. That's a story unto itself that I will tell one day, but I was kicked out of the house. And once I get on my feet, I like just about everybody else. I think everybody's like, I don't know too many people who would say, I'm not a fan of tacos. So whenever I made tacos, Ooh, Thunder 4. Look at that. Awesome. Awesome. Red Mage 92. Boo. Cool, though. That was that's a 1-for-1 right there. Then I think we're going to go to... We are going to go to another NM. Wow, that was really cool. Did not expect that. I have a little checklist in front of me. I'll mark that off. So whenever I finally got on my feet, got my own apartment, and was making my own tacos, it's just been nothing but soft shell for me. Every once in a while, I'll have a hard shell taco. My girlfriend likes hard shell tacos more than I do, so she doesn't eat soft and I don't eat hard, but every once in a while we'll both try. Okay, so that's good. That's gone. Okay, teleportation. Kazutz. Go here. Do that. And I'm not sure if I talked about it before. I really, really enjoy every single kind of... This is such an odd start to the episode. I enjoy every single kind of tomato product, but I cannot eat a tomato. I'm not sure if I've ever... I think I said this before. I can't eat like a tomato. Like if you sliced up a tomato and said, "Here, have a slice of tomato," I might vomit. But if you were to cut up that tomato, that same exact tomato, into small chunks and make a salsa with it, I could eat it all day. I make my own tomato sauce sometimes for pasta, and I will grab whole tomatoes and mash them and eat that all day. So it's weird. So tacos, I don't put... Like, I'll do maybe some, like, salsa sometimes, like some pico. Pico and some lettuce. But I gotta have, like, super hot sauce. I think the same thing with, like... Not on the same level. I have no problem with onions. But I prefer small onions rather than big ones. I guess it might just be like a consistency thing, I guess. Or I just don't care for the consistency of an item. So I think we're going to try to find Centurio X-I to try to get Stone 3 and 4. Be great if we get both of them. Fine if we get one. Like, we could afford these spells, but I mean, like, I think I spent 500,000, over 500,000 on the Phalanx and Paralyze and Slow. And that's why I was kind of stuttering when I was, like, and stopping when I was looking at the Red Mage, when I was looking at the Red Mage merits. I was like, wait a minute. I thought Red Mage you had to choose between these. And, I guess they changed that at some point. Okay, so let's bring out more, because I think we're going to need to... probably fight some people. Don't need a lot, but... And he should be right here. Like, that's the area we will be looking. I remember him being in a different place, but this is where they said he was. Give it a try. That's exciting. We went 1-for-1 on Thunder 4. Exciting for me, at least. And these things aren't super expensive, but if we can... If we can get them for free, why the heck not? I think that's where he is. We'll give it a try. Signifier... I think we were like... Or no, that was... I forget what the other mobs were. Uh-oh, here comes the mailman. Let's see if he goes unnoticed. Nope. You thought you could sneak up on us, did you? What is it, signifiers? It's just signifier? I thought this guy was somewhere else. Like I thought it was like, you know, near like a pool of water. Is there a pool of water over here? I thought it was like a harder place to find than this. All right, let's double check the phone. All right. So he drops. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So what does it say? Signifier. 2 hours, take up to 7 hours. Okay. So is it just the one signifier? I think it's just the one it says. Yeah, okay, just the one. Is there another one in here? Like right next to him? Oh. Well, cover is active. Save the Queen. Level 65 Paladin Sword. I really thought this was somewhere else. Like I think I was because I've killed this one because I think this is Centurio X-I a he does the shaman cloak. And I got that once, and I was like, oh. But I remember it being near a pool of water. Like at a dead end. Spiders. Oh, Valenerol. Oh, okay. We'll wait around 1 or 2 possible spawns. Possible spawns. And we'll move on. If not, I'll go to Bedeau. Okay. Yeah, maybe we... What is that? I think it's the middle one. This doesn't drop me down, does it? Let's hope it doesn't drop me down. Do the signifiers drop any spells? I don't think we need any of them if they do. Might as well try to... Is it in here? Oh, Valena Roll likes to make friends. Coffer key. And today, I am watching again it's on YouTube. I'm not like I don't watch them. They're just on in the background, and I'll like kind of stop and turn around if something sounds insane, which it normally does. I am watching. What was the video called? Something about the YouTube art commentary community. And oh boy, these people are nutty bananas. I guess I can shout out. I don't know anything about, like, I always feel weird shouting out. Well, first of all, I feel weird saying shouting out. But I always feel a little bit odd when I say, oh, this is the person I'm watching, because you know, you typically you typically don't care, and I shouldn't care. But if that person that you're watching happens to have like a stigma about them, then you just get forced into that. Like, oh, you didn't know that person said something racist back in 2003? Well, you're a racist then, too. It's like, no, I didn't know. I'm not supporting them because of that. I'm supporting them because I'm enjoying their stuff. But this, what is it? Cecil McFly. McFly, like, I guess, Back to the Future. But they have a bunch of really long, which is good for me when I'm at work. I really would rather just, you know, plop something on and have it on in the background. That's why I try to keep my Let's Plays at about an hour. Because again, like if I was making this for my if I was making this for myself, like if I was making something for me to listen to while I was at work, I'd want them to be about an hour. That way I could turn it on, not think about something for an hour, and just have it on in the background. And that's what I assume that a lot of people, consume the content. But, yeah, this one's, I think, 3 hours and 40 minutes or something crazy. It was just about, crazy, I guess, drama in the YouTube art community. It's funny, too, that, like, when you stumble upon these things, you just learn, like, you learn something like I had no idea this was on YouTube. I had no idea people were just drawing pictures with what looks like it. Like a lot of them use this program, which kind of feels like cheating. I don't know. I can't draw a stick figure, so I'm not like calling anybody out here, but it looks like the computer program is doing like most of the work. I want another NM. Where are you? So yeah, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait one more turn to see if Centurio shows his face, and if not, we're gonna maybe go. Where did we say we were gonna go? Oh yeah, Bado. Or Kulon Dome, probably better. Yeah, I was watching another series of like, and they get overdone, obviously, but the quote unquote rise and fall of such and such. Like, I had no idea, and I apologize if I am going to be the one to introduce this to you. I really do. If it's me that brings this into your life, I apologize. There is a thing called mukbang on YouTube. What mukbang is some of them like won't even show their full face. I don't know if I've talked about this before. Some of them won't show their full face. It just has them like basically from the top of the chest, a little bit below the shoulders, and to the basically the nose of the person. That's the camera angle, and it's just a person eating a ton of food. Like a ton of food. Like, I think like one of them is like mukbang every item on the Burger King menu. Oh, cool. Hello, sir. Will you give me your spells? You will not give me even one spell. Ugh. What a dick. They'll order like one of everything off of the Burger King menu and, just put it all on a plate in front of them, a platter, and they'll just eat it. They'll eat it all. Like, and it's not even like, like, oh, I'm watching this person eat a value meal. I'll have a number 2, please. You're eating like 17 items, 20 items at a time. Like something, it's got to be insane. Like probably like 20,000 calories plus of stuff, and they're just I don't know who the audience is for that. I think I've talked about this on recording before, but I think it was like a long time ago. I don't know who the audience for it is, to be honest with you. I really don't. I don't know if it's people who are like on a diet and they just kind of want to live vicariously through other people eating like a ton of food. I don't know. But yeah, they exist, and I've seen one or two of them, and they're quite disturbing. But to each their own. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. Rotten meat. Let's get rid of this Taru sash. I'm not going to use that. Okay, gotta get rid of some of this goblin stuff too. I know I could sell all this, but it's just not worth it. It seems like anything, like any old item that you try to sell, it's going to be there for. I just keep on relisting them. The leather missive. Probably get rid of that too, huh? Okay, where are we? Oh yeah, Bidoo. Yeah, you learn. You learn. YouTube. I didn't mean to burp. Sorry. It came on me quick. Normally I'll try to mute those. Yeah, it must be the thinking about the mukbang. I burped with it. Alright, where is it? Durfland? Yeah, there we go. Okay, work. Jeez, these people at work, it's unbelievable. I wonder how many people, like, I think it's still, like, it's not, like, I wouldn't say it's super popular. I think there was one guy, though, like, the Rise and Fall one I saw. I think he might have became, like, a millionaire doing it. But he's, like, 500 pounds now or some stuff. And it's like, would you be a millionaire? Like, would you just eat, 20,000 calories a sitting and become 500 pounds to be rich? I don't know. I wouldn't. But I guess it's kind of a another YouTuber that I know nothing about. Where am I going? Is the dome right here? I think that I'm just gonna go in the dome, right? And what am I looking for? Sapphire? I think there's the other way is probably better, right? This is just the magicite. Yeah, this is just a magicite. Damn it. Saw another thing a long time ago. And I don't think you could get away with this anymore, but there was like one guy that was like... Like, he would just drink like a bottle of booze. Like, that would be his... That was his, like, YouTube channel. Like, hey... What is what's going on, YouTube? AJ here. Gonna drink a bottle of vodka. Hope you enjoy. And that guy, I don't think that... I was watching that video. I don't think that guy's even dead yet, but... That's surprising. Yeah, I didn't know that existed. I tried to explain that to my girlfriend, and she did not understand at all. She's like, I don't understand. People watch other human beings eat insane amounts of food. I'm like, yeah. She's like, I don't understand it. And she watches some pretty dumb stuff on YouTube too. She listens to one podcast where I cannot stand the guy. Cannot stand him. He's just such a douche. I don't know. I gotta figure out what the name of that podcast is. I'll let you know. But he's the kind of guy that's like his opinion is right. It's never... Oh, I was reading this top 10 list and, I disagree with this one, and here's what I would, select instead. He'd be like, this is just wrong. It doesn't belong there. These people are idiots. You have to listen to me. Just very obnoxious. And I don't want anybody to say that I lean either way. I'm very middle of the road. I don't tout either side. But this guy's incredibly left. And my girlfriend's been listening to him forever. And he was like going off on Trump. And I'm okay with that. I think Trump was a fucking idiot. Sorry if you enjoyed him. Again, you have to realize I'm an East Coast guy. So I was like watching, like I was seeing what Donald Trump was like decades ago. He's kind of a joke to me. Don't think he did that bad. I mean, like, I don't think he did that bad of a job as president, but I really don't think the president does all that much anyway. I think it's kind of just a figurehead. But he was like yelling about Trump, and I remember his like exact argument was like, "What has Trump done? Anybody tell me what has Trump done?" Blah blah blah. And then like very recently, she was listening to the podcast and somebody like sent in a super chat or whatever they donated to. They donated to have their question on on the podcast, and it was like, hey, what has Biden done? And he was like, what can you expect Biden to do? His hands are tied, blah blah blah. It's like you can't like call somebody out for the exact thing and then like protect somebody with the same kind of thought process. I thought it just made him look like an idiot, but the girlfriend likes him. Enjoys his terrible voice. And I hate talking about politics. I don't think that the U.S. I don't think that Mithril. Is this where I have to go in? I don't remember. I think the U.S. will not be in good shape until there is a viable third-party candidate available. Is that where I go in? I don't remember. Let's try. Platinum. Ancient. Nope. Because these people are just they're all paid off. And for me, like I don't have any party affiliation. I will vote for who I think will do the best job. Okay. Oh, these people are angry at me. Now, can I do truss when... Okay, no. Magic. Do I have anything that's... I don't think I have anything that's AoE anymore. Not that I really need it, huh? Re-raise? I don't think we have re-raise. Cool. Shantoto. Turtles are what? They're silent oil? I don't want to fight everybody. What am I looking for again? Sapphire? Oh, I burped again. That's terrible. I'm sorry. Ah, sapphire, sapphire. Platinum Ancient. Platinum. I don't really care about platinums, do I? I remember this room we farmed for a long time. I forget what we were farming it for. Do you need keys for... Are those The Bidot? No, not the Bidot. Not the... Platinum Ancient. Shoot. I have to go through a mute? Oh well, who cares? Who cares? A lot of weird stuff on YouTube. I'm hoping that somebody in a distant land is saying, there's some idiot playing a 20-year-old game on YouTube right now. What is he thinking? I guess we're killing y'all. Ooh, a coffer key and a testimony. Why did we need a coffer key? You need a coffer key for anything other than the coffer? I do remember we were helping somebody out. And we were just... Maybe it was just spells. I mean, that could have been it. What's going on here? Platinum, Ancient, Darksteel. Nothing. I want nothing. Yeah, I guess we're killing people. Maybe it was a Black Mage testimony. I mean, it was probably a testimony, I would think. Maybe that's what we were farming. Yeah, that would make sense. What happened here? I thought I had, like, the mute on me. Oh boy. Warrior's testimony. I really... Didn't I click that thing? Or was that the wrong thing to click? I guess we're effed here. Who cares? Let's get at least one of them. What are these, stone? No, these are... What are we looking for here? Water. Water. Okay, Blaine. I guess we go touch that thing. I guess we go touch it. It would be nice to get 2 spells. I think we're just about at an hour. Oh, I wonder if a Pururu... I bet a Pururu... Oh, jeez. Somebody just came through here, didn't they? I bet. Yeah, look at that. Somebody just came through there and wiped it out. We'll never know who. I bet a Pururu removed our silence. Burped again. Oh. Great. Yeah, this one's not going to be fun. This is not going to be a fun one to get. I think we're going to... I think we are going to... try those 2. Was it 2 over here? And then if we don't get it, we're going to call it. I got about 12 emails in the last 20 minutes. Most of them are stupid. Oh. Well, might as well, alright. We have a coffer key. Really? Cool. Maybe that will pay for water 3. No, we're stubborn. If you know anything about, if you've been watching this channel, you know we're stubborn and we'll spend far too much time platinum. Where am I? We're far too stubborn. We're gonna hold out. Why are they dropping normal beast coins? If they give me experience at level 99, shouldn't they be like mithril or silver or gold? I mean, I know they're dropping both, but why are they dropping even just a beast coin? Is that a trait now for... It'd be odd if it was a trait for thief, like Beastman currency drop increase. Okay, so what? Blizzard 3 and 4 would be Gustav Tunnel on Doom Mages and Doom Warlocks. Fire in 3 and 4 is going to be Million Eyes. Maybe we'll just do this later too. This is I don't mind. This is kind of fun. I think there's a couple more Million Eyes than Sapphire. I thought I read that there was like a lot of sapphires. Maybe there's a lot of sapphires in by where the ruby is, so that was wiped out. Okay. We started off strong, right? Started off strong with the Thunder 4 from Mystic Maker. I think that you have to have like a... I could be wrong about this. Probably wrong about this. Like crazy, oh, another coffer. We'll probably stay here. Like in this area, at least, I think. Try to farm these. Like, I think you have to have, like, crazy good, elemental attack plus gear or magic attack plus gear to make your red mage elemental magic worth it. Who knows? I'm enjoying Red Mage. I just can't wait to... Like, now I feel like it's a race to 99. So I could cap magic skills and, then see where we are. I mean, it's definitely the same thing with, like... When I was using the sword... When I was, like, getting my sword skill up... I was like, the sword kind of sucks, and then, like, once I skilled up to max, I was like, okay, no, it's doing just as much damage as my polearm was on Dragoon. Alright, so I think we're going to call it there, the video. We'll probably hang out in this area and farm at least the water spells, and maybe next time we'll do... What did I say? Next time we'll do Gust of Tunnel and maybe Den of Rancor. We'll see. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I kind of enjoyed making it. I know we rambled a lot. Hope I didn't... Oh, damn it. Hope I didn't offend anybody with my points of view. And if you didn't know what a mukbang is and now you search it, don't blame me. I told you not to. Alright, thanks for watching. Until next time, take it easy, folks. Thanks, bye.